Hey, how's it going? This is Aiden of Studio Raphael. And in this video, we're going to be trying to explain a philosophical idea using music. So I hope you find this interesting. It's been helping me think of life in a different way, and I just thought I'd share. So let's get into it. So first things first, let's just understand the basics of a chord, right? So a chord is made up of a root, a third, a fifth, and back to the root. We're just doing a basic major triad to start, and our root is on C. So this is a C major triad. Awesome. So that first one, the root. C is our root. Now, in life, we can think of the decisions that we make as the things that lay roots. When I make a decision to pursue a certain degree, I'm laying in the roots for that choice, and I'm bearing the fruits of it later on in life. Every decision that we make eventually bears fruits, meaning that a decision is like planting roots into the soil and growing something. So let's say C is our root, and I'm really passionate about pursuing music. So let's just start with that. Let's make this personal. This means that my root is the decision that I made to pursue a career in music. Amazing. It's a great decision to start for me, so it starts on C. Now, let's take another decision that I made, which was to start teaching in music. Great, it's another decision that adds on from there and starts to feel really good. Now, let's say that for myself, I would try and take on the role at a school of becoming a full-time teacher. Well, that doesn't necessarily hit the mark for me. So what's going to happen is that I'm going to miss the note. What I want is G, but I got something else. I got something that was close, but it doesn't exactly hit the mark. So let's say now I've pursued a career as a full-time teacher, and I'm sort of enjoying it, but I'm like bearing the fruits of whatever's happening later on in that career, and maybe there's some good decisions that I make along the way, but not all the decisions are feeling that aligned, because all the way back here, I made a decision that didn't exactly hit my alignment. It didn't exactly create harmony for me. So eventually in my career, I got to look back and I got to say, okay, well, where did I go wrong? And I can sit with myself and be like, you know what, actually, I don't know if this thing of being a full-time teacher is for me, at least in a school setting. So let's just drop that for a second and take a second to reconnect with ourselves. So I leave the school and I'm back to here, and I started thinking to myself, I really love teaching, but maybe I need to teach within my own space, my own studio. Oh, well, all of a sudden I'm back in alignment a little more, and that starts to feel better and more resolved. And then from there, I start finding my own studio, and wow, that feels really good. And holy, I want to find other ways to help people in music. And all of a sudden it starts to build, and then it's like, but what about if people are judging me? What if I maybe need to change the concept a little bit in order to fit in? Well, now I've hit another wrong note. And what if I start building off that note? So things start going a little off. Next decision is built off of insecurity, and the next decision is built off of insecurity, and all of a sudden, because of that decision, my chord's not starting to feel that great. So I gotta go back and I gotta be like, well, maybe that choice wasn't so great. Maybe I actually need to find something that's more in alignment with myself during this process. Oh, and I can resolve it. Amazing. And now I can keep building from there. And the cycle goes on and on and on. That is the cycle of creation and creativity for me. Is just this constant building of notes that are either in harmony with the root decision that we've made, or it's not. And sometimes even the root decision that we made just isn't harmonious at all. And that's something that we need to look at too, is how harmonious are the decisions that we're making with our lives and with ourselves. So every decision, starting from the root decision all the way up, is constantly building and stacking on itself until we get whatever it is that the chord builds, whether it sort of sounds like this or it sounds like that. There is no right or wrong. We can build on top of that, and we could end up with something that just sounds like this. It totally could, and that could just be absolute chaos and mayhem and depression. But life's not going to stop us, because we have free will and we can do whatever the hell we want. So if we have free will as well, that means we need to be willing to take a step back. That means we need to be willing to actually hear what we're making. Does it sound like that? Or does it sound a little more like this? So the choice is always yours. My name's Aiden. This is Studio Raphael. If you found this video helpful or interesting, leave a like. If you have anything to add to the conversation, definitely leave a comment down below. And if you're interested in this sort of content and you want to see more of it, then please subscribe. So thanks again for tuning in, and hopefully I'll see you around the studio sometime. Take care.